It's Sunday, it's 9 p.m., and wow, I don't think we've ever had this many viewers on a bank holiday.
That can't be right because there's people commenting.
We are where we are. Yeah, so chaps, I mean, it's a bank holiday weekend. Liverpool were playing Tottenham. I've been drinking since 4 p.m. I don't know how you guys are doing.
It's a bank holiday weekend. It's been sunny, and I run a pub with a beer garden.
Luckily, it looks like you've had your sun cream on, though.
I dare not venture out without it. We're not used to all those rays here in the north.
No. So good evening, everyone. Good evening to Gary. Hey, Gary. Good evening to Rashid. Hello, Rashid. Christoph. Yes, I know the snooker. Well, to be fair, I don't follow the F1. I have tried. I do follow the snooker on and off, but it's a weird one with me since I quit smoking. I've not been able to follow the snooker. But Mark, and that's all three people that are watching. There we are. Hello. Oh. I think perhaps the stats thing isn't working. So if you are watching the show tonight, please do say hello in the comments so we know that you're here. So let's get straight down to it. Yes, I've been drinking since 4 o'clock because Liverpool were playing Tottenham, and I'm a little bit happy and whatnot. But we've got to talk about this week's discovery. Have you? No, let's just before you all barrel in. James, have you seen it?
I have seen it, yes.
Okay, that's all I want to know for now. Carl, have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's proceed with this week's review of Discovery.
Yeah. Sorry, is this Discovery or the Clangers? Richard, I'm going to give you 30 seconds in which you can now barrel through with all the positives you found in this week's Discovery. Go.
So, last week's episode of Discovery is now not the worst episode of Discovery I've seen. We are one episode closer to the conclusion of Discovery.
Well, yeah. All right, Carl, over to you. 30 seconds on all the positives you can think of in Discovery.
The recap at the beginning wasn't very long.
Let me put it into perspective. When I was in my early 20s, I was punching way above my weight with a girl who was a bit kinky, and among other things, she wanted me to wear a gas mask. But one of the things she did she wanted me to basically wax my undercarriage, and she wanted to do it because she enjoyed seeing the pain on my face, and it was painful. And I would rather do that. She wanted to wear it. Back then, she wanted me to wear it. I was quite handsome back then, but it was a nasty experience. It's a painful experience. I would rather do that again than watch this week's episode of Discovery again. Yeah.
I only fell asleep 3 times trying to watch it. This is my rating for this week's Discovery. But as people say, and in the interest of balance, you must see all of Star Trek as like a buffet where you won't like everything on the menu. And I, for one, I'm horribly averse to mushrooms. I just can't stand them. I'm not allergic to them. I just really, really don't like them. Anything about them, the texture, whatever. But some
James, they
people
even tried
absolutely
to be
love mushrooms, and
they,
that's what Discovery is.
they even tried to be inclusive of you this week, James. They had a legal pad.
Oh, that's true. Somebody had a note paper. It's like, well, this is absolutely prime entertainment, isn't it? Thank you so much, David Cronenberg, whoever you are supposed to be, for whatever it was you did. Is he in the same place as the prophets? Because when Cisco used to see the prophets, he was always in that big white empty space, wasn't he? And that's where David Cronenberg was this week for the few seconds I could remain conscious.
That's where Q and Picard were in Tapestry as well, when Q was playing God.
Yeah, absolutely right,
I
Carl.
think
who is he? What's it all about?
It's one of the few occasions where I have genuinely watched this and thought, I'm a bit embarrassed to be watching this now. It's not, no, but genuinely, it's not whether I like it or not. It's like, come on. I'm embarrassed. Like if I'm trying to say to someone, I love Star Trek, watch Star Trek, it's great, and they saw that, I'll be like, oh God, it was wow.
What about Discovery, Mark? Where are you standing on Discovery?
Yes, please, Discovery likers, tell us where we're wrong. Tell us where we're wrong. We want you to please enlighten us as to. There must have been some because some people really enjoy Discovery, and we love those people because they're enjoying Star Trek. No problem with that. And if we've missed something about this week's episode that we should have enjoyed, we'd love you to point it out to us. We won't just tell you you're wrong, even if you are. So please jump in and tell us why. So let's just park Discovery for now and go back to. And I made notes last week, which I've now lost. The more important, where we are with the Riker's Beard Ultimate Bridge Crew.
Oh, I've got my notes here.
I knew you'd have yours because you wrote them down rather than save them onto a computer. So, where are we today, James?
So what we have as helmsman Tom Paris. We have as your science officer, Mr. Spock. We have as our ensign, Ensign Kim. We have as our chief medical officer, Dr. Phlox. We have as our communications officer...
Phlox comes with his Tarkanian bat.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah. Communications officer, we have Hoshi Sato. And for our tactical officer, which is distinct from security officer, we have Laon Noonian Singh. So a couple of points that come out of that. We've used both of our Voyager characters because let's not forget the rule is you can only have two individual characters from any particular franchise. Although I'm not quite sure how we deal with Worf because theoretically he straddles.
I will decide.
Isn't he?
Yeah, that's how we're going to deal with that. I'll decide.
Richard will decide. That's fair enough. I think that works perfectly well for me.
I always offer a fair and balanced opinion. I feel.
Okay, so which positions would you like to populate today?
Well, I am partial to a bit of hair pulling. So let's go for security.
Security and what else?
Well, let's start with security. For me, there's only one. It's Odo. You can't. How's Odo not going to be your chief of security? He's the ultimate chief of security. In the comments, if you think I'm wrong, please tell me why you think I am, and I'll tell you why you're not. Right? Because Odo is the ultimate chief of security.
He can't be beaten up. He can get in anywhere. He can disguise himself.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I've never understood about Odo is this nonsense that he can turn himself into a spinning top, for example, but he can't get the face right. So he can be any object, anything moving, but he can't get a humanoid face right. I mean, come on.
I feel it adds to his charm.
Well, I for one would second that, Richard. Odo.
Absolutely.
Joyce.
Okay. So so we're all going for Odo then.
Yeah.
Okay. Odo in certain situations. Certainly the security ones, Christoph, is what we're getting at. So yeah, we're going to go for Odo. It's similar to who's going to be science officer, Spock. Who's going to be security? It's going to be. I mean, last week it was difficult. Tactical. Was it going to be Mr. Worf or was it going to be Lan? But we didn't want to use up a TNG character. It was the issue we had there, wasn't it? That was the problem.
We haven't used any TNG characters yet, so
we haven't, and we've still got 2 positions to fill.
Well, so we've got obviously first officer, we've got captain.
Yeah,
are we not having a counsellor?
We've got engineering and captain left now. That's
engineering and first officer.
So engineering and first officer and captain left now. So
and counsellor.
Counsellor.
Why?
Because I want to nominate Garak.
So this week we're doing counsellor and security. Security is Odo. No one's been able to give a good reason why it shouldn't be. So we're going to have Odo. And this week's for ship's counsellor, Carl would like to nominate Garak. Please put forward your reasons why.
Why not? He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks.
But he's a nut job, isn't he? He's well out.
He's telling me that anyone who sits in that chair listening to people day after day isn't going to lose it a little bit.
That's kind of the point why he shouldn't be a counsellor. I mean, counsellors are normally quite stable.
No, I think Garak's incredibly stable. I think he knows exactly what he wants. It doesn't necessarily abide by our ethical and moral standards.
It would be an entertaining choice. I can't argue with that. Yeah. James, who'd you like to put forward as ship's counsellor?
Worf.
I was going to say Worf, actually.
How do you think I should deal with this? I think you should kill them.
I think you should man the fuck up. Yep. I mean, that's where we're. I think aboard the Riker's beard, there's only be one counsellor, and that's Mr. Worf. I appreciate Garak and your reasons why, but aboard the Riker's beard, kapla. That's
If Worf told me to man up, I go, that's all I need.
Yeah. I completely agree with that.
Right, so that's 2 votes for Worf. What else have we got here? Is anyone else?
Anyone else? So who else has gone for
fashion counsellor? No, Christoph. There's no such thing.
Garak couldn't tell the truth.
Tony, let's vote against Garak then. So we've got 1 vote for, 1 against Garak, 2 votes for Worf at the moment.
And if you're enjoying this incredible content, please do hit the like button, the heart emoji, or the subscribe button, because you won't find this anywhere else. So,
Christoph, you know you had trust issues with Odo. What would your trust issues with Garak be?
Worf, yes, Worf, of course. Khan Noonien Singh.
Are they all true?
I don't think he's a member of Starfleet.
Especially the lies.
I don't think we can have non-Starfleet personnel. I might have to draw a line there.
Khan Noonien Singh.
Good evening all from Hot Granaria. My geography is not so good. Can someone tell me where that is?
Gran Canaria is one of the Canary Islands. It's the largest one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what she meant.
Fantastic.
Lucky you, Louise. Is that a photograph of you on a plane there? Oh.
Or in a queue?
Well, that clears that up. Thank you.
Oh, right. Gran Canaria. Fantastic. Lovely. So,
lovely
yes.
of you to tune in and watch us when you should be out drinking yourself silly in some nice warm bar somewhere.
So we're basically at the point now where we've got all of our crew assembled apart from the first officer and the captain.
And the chief engineer.
So we're going to save all 3 for next week, or are we going to...
Well, hang on. Who did we opt for counsellor?
Worf.
Mr. Worf.
It's Worf. Okay. So we've used 1 TNJ character. So let's just check this. We've used both of our Voyagers.
Yep.
We've got 1 TOS character available. We've got 1 Enterprise character. No, we've used 2 Enterprise characters, Hoshi and Phlox.
Yep.
We can have 1 from Strange New Worlds, 1 from Deep Space Nine, unless you count Worf as DS9 rather than TNG. Up to 2 TNG characters then. See, Discovery, notably no Discovery characters.
No Discovery, no.
No one from Lower Decks, no one from Prodigy.
No. They're all positions waiting to be filled. So maybe we should do engineer this week, and then we can have first and also. So engineer. I mean, we've got. So here's the problem: we've only got one TOS character left. But for me, chief engineer, it's close for me between Mars O'Brien and Scotty, but for me it's Scotty, I'm afraid.
It does open up the possibility, as you've mentioned, O'Brien, that we could have a transporter chief.
Mm.
Not on our ship. Anyone can operate a transporter. It's not a socialist ship. He's not a tap turner. Do you know what I mean?
All right. So I notice you've ruled out anyone from Discovery there.
Yeah. It's got to be Scotty. For me, it's got to be Scotty. It's close between him and O'Brien, I have to admit, but I think it's got to be Scotty.
Well, hang on. What about LaForge?
No, not for me.
And Trip Tucker, you going to pass him?
I like Trip, but not for me. I mean, please put forward a case for someone other than Scotty, and we'll consider it.
Well, I think you're right. It's got to be between O'Brien and Scotty, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be between the two.
I mean, O'Brien, to his credit, he manages to keep the whole of Deep Space Nine operating when it's like 100 times larger than, say, a Galaxy-class starship, and he seems to do it with no staff.
Sorry, a couple of people are making quite a good joke here. I mean... but yeah. Scotty O'Brien. Actually, to be fair, this isn't about, I actually think she was quite a brilliant engineer, some of the stuff that she did, like on a shoestring and that, but still not close to
she
her.
She had to keep Voyager running when they had no chance of putting it into dry dock.
Yeah.
But we've also used our Voyager characters up.
Yeah, so we can't.
Yes, we've got no options there.
She was a fantastic character. I'll go with that one, man.
And for that reason, Trip Tucker's out as well, isn't he?
Yep, Tucker's out. He wouldn't have been in consideration for me.
But he's not an option regardless, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Scotty original series, LaForge TNG, DS9 is O'Brien, Voyager is Torres, Enterprise is Tucker. Those 2 are out.
Mm-hmm.
So someone else is making a no. So any arguments against Scotty that are...
Oh,
he's not an engineer. He's not an engineer, Gary. What are you doing?
I think the point Gary's making is Picard could technically fall under TNG or Picard, as could, frankly, anybody who appeared in Picard.
Again, we will simply make this decision. I will. So it's Scotty or O'Brien. All the Scotties say aye.
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 All for O'Brien say nay. The ayes have it. Next week, we will decide who the first officer is. This may come as a surprise to a lot of you. And we'll decide who the captain is.
We've used both our Voyager characters up.
So we can't have who?
Chakotay. Or his twin, Chakotay B.
We haven't had Michael Burnham yet. Sorry, wait. We haven't had Michael Burnham yet.
Oh.
Oh, dear me. Goodness.
Oh.
I do declare. Right, now, sorry.
That gives me an idea, Richard. Why don't we do this exercise but come up with the worst possible crew?
Well, that's going to be after we've run out of this.
Yes, so that'll be the next one. We'll do the worst crew that you can come up with.
It's going to be difficult because it's only going to be 2 from each franchise. You can't have them all as the Discovery crew. Here's an interesting one. Thomas Riker. Yeah, and again, I would simply just decide. But he's, again, not in Starfleet, so, you know.
Well,
he was, not anymore, so. Why not do old Trek and new Trek? Well, that's what we're doing. We're combining the two for ultimate bridge crew. Oh, you mean like... Yeah. I mean, if we did old Trek and then new Trek, old Trek would be the crew of the Enterprise. I mean, yeah. So, who wants to play a game?
Ooh, yes, yeah, me.
Okay, we've got a new game this week. Would you like to know what the new game is called?
Was it better than Name That Door?
Oh, it's better than Name That Door. Are you ready?
Name That Door. I don't believe it.
Who wants in the comments? Who wants to play a game? Well, you want to play a game anyway. Here we go. Our new game.
The Riker's Beard musical interlude. The Riker's Beard musical interlude.
That's right. It's time for the Riker's Beard musical interlude. This week, that's a little bit harsh.
The sort of like tone of that give anyone else intro to Rocky Horror vibes?
Yes.
Sorry, everyone, but the Riker's Beard musical interlude was a real thing that we performed at the last Destination event when it was somewhere remotely civilized.
So James watched an episode or film of Star Trek, and he knuckled down and he wrote a song, which I then performed, which is how we do the Riker's Beard musical interlude. So in the comments, all you have to do before the song finishes is write the name of the film or episode that James was thinking of when he wrote the following song. Are we all clear on the rules? James, well, you are. Carl, are you clear on the rules? You simply have to decide before the song is finished what the name of the episode or the film is that James was watching when he wrote.
Wait a second. I don't remember discussing this. Did I set one of these?
We're doing the same as we did it at the convention. So,
right,
okay. So the answer is no. So here we go. In the comments, which Star Trek episode or film does this song relate to?
Well, I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through withdrawal. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. Oh, I look around, since city's cold and empty, oh, no one's around to judge me, oh, I see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I I'm blinded by the light. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. And I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. When I'm like this, you're the one I trust. Hey, hey, hey. I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. The city's cold and empty, no one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. And I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. When I'm like this, you're the one I trust.
So there we have it. We've had some good guesses. Not sure what that. Oh, hang on. No, I've gone. Good God! Now, hang on. That's not fair. Wait. Right. Okay. Battle of the Binary Stars. That's a good guess. Hunter's Voyager. Not sure what you're referring to there. In a Light. Good. It's a good guess. Flash Gordon. Yep, good. Any more guesses before we close off this round of the Riker's Beard musical interlude?
I must say I very much enjoyed the blinded by the light of all the J.J. Abrams style lens flare.
That's a very JJ verse.
It was blinding. Yes.
Yeah.
So Mark's gone in for so Mark's gone in with that new reboot films. Yes, Abrams lens flare, but that's not actually what James was thinking about while he was writing the song, was it, James?
No, it's not. Shall I tell you what I was watching?
Please do.
So the song, of course, is "Blinding Lights" by.
Hang on a minute. Alan's come a bit late to the party.
It's an interrogative statement used to test knowledge, Alan, but that's not important right now. So the Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, it includes the lyric, I can see the sun light up the sky, so I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, now it's very, very obvious that I was watching Star Trek Insurrection, where Geordie's eyes regenerate and he's watching the sunrise. And then he has to clear off because he's in overdrive. He's the chief engineer. So that's what I was watching, Insurrection.
I mean, that's not what we agreed. We agreed you were watching Chain of Command. But the answer is, of course, Star Trek Insurrection. So did anyone no one got that right. So we'll roll it over to next week.
Oh, dear.
Hang on, roll it over. That implies some sort of prize.
Yeah, there's a prize, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, James will write someone a song.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now, I've got some devastating news. I just need to look it up on the device that's in front of me here. And it comes from a friend of the show.
A renewed discovery for season 6.
No, it's not bad news. Apparently, there's another web stream going on, even as we are, called Star Trek SmackDown. And they're in direct competition with us. I think we should tune into them and see what they're doing.
On it.
Carl, you go on to that. Let's have a look at what they're posting, because we might prefer just to watch them.
Are they UK based?
I don't know. Vicky has sent me this link saying they're on at the same time. They look a bit like some sort of WWE crossover with Trek. Carl's on it. Look at him. Tap, 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 tap.
Okay. There are currently 6 people watching it. It's live as we speak.
Let's watch them instead. Come on.
We're winning.
But if we watch them and all of our viewers watch their stream, that will cause total confusion.
It will. Would you like me to share said screen?
Yeah,
Let's have a look at
share
what
it.
they're
Share
doing.
it. Yeah,
Let's
let's see
go
what they're
on.
about. What's going on here?
We're going for it. Here we go. Hang on. There we go.
What I miss?
Cody Cutter, what?
Oh, is Booker dominating?
I want to see Diamond Cutter.
So it looks like we've got
I don't think
Booker
they're hiring for
versus...
machinery in the ring.
Is that Admiral Paris?
Who's the referee?
What's going
Yeah,
on
It
here?
should be no DQ, but I've never played the game, so I couldn't tell you.
I think this is just a straight number 1. So. Oh,
Admiral Patrick, it says.
Oh.
Yes, Patrick from DS9. That's a stupid
Patrick is moving pretty well for a big guy.
I don't remember.
Well, he
Admiral
impersonates the
Patrick.
Admiral, doesn't he? That's a
Who do you
stupid
think's going to win?
I'm going to say it's Booker.
That's a stupid
yes.
question.
Ah, got me.
So, I mean, what's going on here?
It
is
doesn't
you've got,
matter who you think
a
is
young
gonna
man
win.
in his
It
30s
just-
against a girl in his 60s or 70s. Come
When
on.
that song came out, it doesn't matter.
Some people might say this is. Oh God!
Oh, both in the air there.
It's moving great.
Oh yeah, don't Patrick. Say he's augmented. I copied existing. It was easy. I made like 80 characters, so I'm not going to be like sitting there because the movement options are insane. There are so many different moves you can customize. I was just like, yeah, I'll just copy it. That's variety.
Are we able to
Have
comment
they
on
made
this?
this up in a game?
I could certainly give it a go. Hang on.
Let's pop a link into our show on their show. And then,
We're watching your show.
yeah, let's do it. Let's pop a link in.
Hang on, let me switch my profile
Yeah,
then.
here we go.
Oh, I've not got
Oh,
I've not got the Riker's Beard profile on here. Hang on, let me
Do you want me to
I'll
pop you the link?
oh my gosh!
I'll just stick a link in anyway. Hang on.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Well, this could be
Oh,
a
they're
whole new
using
feature for us.
Restream.
We just
Oh, no,
break into
terrible
other
choice.
people's.
Settled 93.7%.
Right, so link copied.
I have to admit, I'm disappointed by the lack of Kirk Fu.
Oh no, I have to be logged into one of the channels to be able to.
Well, maybe we'll do it next week then. But this was fascinating to witness.
So,
Yeah.
just so I can understand this, those two chaps there, are they playing a computer game where they're sharing with us the game? And they've put Star Trek characters into a wrestling game, is that?
Yes, it's a wrestling game where you can customize your own character. I've played this game myself. My character was called the Administrator, and I walked on with a briefcase and a tie and a shirt and doing whatever. Yeah, so
That reminds me, Richard, I've got a present for you, and I'm going to give it to you at some point when I see you. But would you like to have a guess at what it is? Because this is how it arrived. Oh, no, I don't want to put my real address up.
it arrived via envelope, did it?
Here's the stamps.
Right, okay. Let's just make that bigger. How do I make him bigger?
Do the big head icon.
Well, that's me. I mean,
Hang on.
that's not
Got
helping
that.
at all.
And then that.
Ah, there you go. Right, hold it up. Let's see where the stamps are from.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that looks like Australia.
Yes.
You got me something from Australia.
Yes, I've got us
The-
both
the-
one of these things from Australia.
That
you
could
ready?
fit in an envelope. Hang on, let me have a think. What could you have bought me from Australia that fit in an
I'll-
envelope?
Shall I give you a clue? There's another clue.
Yep.
There's the customs declaration.
Cloth patches from Australia. You have bought me a kangaroo skin.
No.
No. Okay. A ruse skin.
No.
A foreskin.
No.
No, right. Oh, a temporal violations officer patch.
No. Shall I
Go
show
on
you?
then. Yep. Oh wow!
Here's my one.
Have we got one for each cheek? I'll be the right cheek. You can be the left cheek. Cheek each.
But there
But
we have it.
we're going to Portsmouth this weekend, aren't we?
Next weekend we're going to be in Portsmouth. That's
And
right.
I understand that our friends, the Trekkie girls, went to a drag bar this weekend just past. We could take those patches and we could go cheek to cheek, James.
Proctor.
I can't see any salad bar.
Oh, there we go. I thought you would enjoy that. It's come all the way from Australia.
Makes me wish I bought my sailor's outfit. Do you remember that time years ago on the show? We used to run the Steve Gutenberg update,
Yes.
and I got someone to come on the show to pretend to be Steve Gutenberg in a COVID mask. Do you remember that? And it was
friend of the show.
Tony Tony Lee, in a
Tony
proper.
Lee.
He had a proper police academy hat. He actually had the whole begazzle. It was brilliant. It was really good,
Yeah, but he didn't have a cloth patch for the arm.
didn't he?
No.
Did you order him one for him?
No, I didn't, but I can get him one if he wants to come with us. We get the name patches, and you can be Proctor.
What character? I mean, this is it. The three of us, if we were in Police Academy, what characters do you really think I'll be Proctor? I'm not sure. I'll be
You'd
Proctor.
be Mahoney. We all know it, don't we?
Well, Mahoney
Would
Hightower.
he be Tackleberry?
I'd be Tackleberry. I'm the one with the guns.
Okay, I'll be Mahoney. James is Sweet Chucks. Carl, who?
Carl's going to be the Assad, isn't he?
There are many.
Hey,
Mahoney,
wonderful reasons.
Mahoney did a bad thing, a very, very bad thing.
Has anybody seen my fish?
Oh God, the Starfleet Academy series is just going to be crap because it's not going to be Police. If they did it like Police Academy, it would be the best thing ever. But they won't. They'll make it full of tilly and shit.
I see Alan is asking. Hang on, Alan is asking this. They're from the fictional Police Academy. Alan, it's not a real police force. It was a fictional city that was largely meant to be somewhere like Miami, I think.
But Alan's had enough of us. Good night.
He's gone over to Star Trek SmackDown to see what's going on over there.
I can't blame him. I've got to be honest with you.
Tell us in the comments if there are other webcasts you'd like us to drop in on from time to time.
Oh, there's some OnlyFans ones.
Brilliant. Well, we are posting.
No, but there's no. Like Nigel Farage has got one. Like seriously, I'm not even making that up. There's some really bizarre ones out there you can drop in on a Sunday night. Like worse than this.
Oh dear. Hey, Carl, what are you drinking there? It looks like blue milkshake.
It practically is.
Is it from that Star Wars film where Luke Skywalker milked that creature and it's blue milk?
It does look very similar to that, but no, it isn't, funnily enough. Just a concoction I made up earlier on.
Is it Bailey's with antifreeze in it?
No.
We're getting a lot of this, a lot of good night. Going. There's not enough SmackDown going on here. I wonder if we need to try and jazz this show up a bit. What do you think, chaps?
Have we got the wish clip?
Well, Carl can do a shared screen.
Wish clip. Carl, did you do the wish clip?
Yeah. Carl can do a shared screen.
Now, I selected a very specific element of this clip. Do you want to play the trailer, Richard, while Carl's finding it?
Yeah. The sting for Wish.
Sting for Wish. Now, this is a clip that I put on the Riker's Beard page a few months ago, and it gathered surprisingly few views. But you just have to see it really to enjoy it. Have you found the clip, Carl?
I have, and I have the time
Have you
marker.
found the right time index that I've indicated?
I believe so.
Up to this point, it's a little bit dull, I have to say. But roll VT.
Systems are functional. Used vacation days, reported to Starfleet Command. And we are ready for the final rehearsal.
Final rehearsal?
Yes, it's today.
Just for your information, Captain Glenn, the Ray has requested access to our logs and files.
Well. Yeah. Together, we will go our way. Together, we will leave someday. Together, your hand in my hand. Together, we will make the plans. Together, we will fly so high. Together, tell our friends goodbye. Together, we will start life new. Together, this is what we'll do. Go west, and life is peaceful there. Go west, and lots of open air. Go west, to begin life new. Go west, this is what we'll do. Go west, sun in winter time. Go west, we will do just fine. Go west, where the skies are blue. Go west, this and more we'll do. Together, we will love the beach. Together, we will learn and teach. Together, change our pace of life. Together, we will work and strive. I love you, I know you love me. I want you happy and carefree. So that's why I have no protest when you say you want to go west. Go west, and life is peaceful there. Go west.
Yeah, I think
enjoy that?
Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it more than this week's Discovery.
Well, that goes without saying.
But are these? Do they do like serious fan films, and this was a bit of fun for them, or do they build that just
You
to do
think
that?
wasn't a serious fan film?
That was bad.
It's a lot better than some fan films I've seen. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah. Well, anyway, right now it's time for Richard Reads.
Oh.
So I really have stayed away from most Star Trek literature because I find it very much a minefield. It's hit and miss. It's either brilliant or it's bollocks. There's no kind of middle ground. So in particular, close to my heart is Voyager. And I really loved Janeway's autobiography, and I'd heard really good things about Jerry Taylor, and in particular a book she wrote called Voyager Pathways. Now, with no spoilers, the plot is that some of the Voyager crew are... Let's talk Trek, Alan. Come on. Some of the Voyager crew, they are stranded on a planet where they've been taken prisoner, and to raise morale, they talk around the campfire about the various paths, journeys they took, which led them to be a part of the Voyager crew. And obviously that they're not canon, but it's a really good read. I mean, it really is. It's the background plot is pretty good, like a Star Trek episode, and the way it delves into the characters is fantastic as well. It's read by Robert Picardo. If you listen to it, if you on Spotify and you've got a Spotify Premium, by the way, there is an absolute shitload of Star Trek audiobooks available, and I'd always recommend, rather than reading them, listening to them, especially Janeway's autobiography, because it's read by Kate Mulgrew, especially this because it's read by Robert Picardo, and it's really interesting. It's a delve into each character. It really is. The one that I really don't do much with is Jerry Ryan's Seven, for obvious reasons. She doesn't have much of a backstory apart from being a drone. But apart from that, the ones with Kim, Paris, all of them, even Torres, it fleshes out the characters much more. And I'd really recommend listening or reading this book. It's good. It's not as good as Janeway's autobiography. That was, I think, one of the best ones I've ever read. But it's absolutely fantastic, and that gets my read of the week. Jerry Taylor, I believe, has written a few other ones as well, hasn't she?
I know. I just Googled that while you were speaking. It was a 1998 release, so it was during Voyager's actual run.
Yeah,
that came out.
Well, Kess was in it, so. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I just finished reading one actually called Voyager: The Farther Shore, which is after they've returned home to Earth type book, which is quite a good one.
Return to Shore?
The Farther Shore, it was.
The Farther Shore.
So it's set in and around Earth, and it involves a Borg outbreak, which is foiled by the Voyager crew. And at that point, Janeway's already an admiral. So, yes.
Well, she gets Admiral as soon as she gets home, just basically for getting lost, doesn't she? So,
yes, Picard, on the other hand, notwithstanding all the threats he defuses, is still a humble captain.
What's your favourite Borg episode?
Ooh, that's got to be Best of Both Worlds, hasn't it?
It fluctuates for me, but I have to say I really like the Enterprise one because I'm a massive fan of the Thing. I love the Thing. It's like one of my favourite films ever. So I like the Enterprise one.
Carl, you?
I would go with the Best of Both Worlds. Yeah.
No one's going with Descent Part 1 or 2, are they? No.
It's unlikely.
No, yeah, very unlikely.
So I'm currently listening, Richard, to Star Trek Coda, which is a trilogy that came out, and you may remember.
Again, that's on Spotify Premium. If you subscribe to Spotify, it's there for free. Have a listen.
Yes, book 2, which I've got up to, is written by friend of the show James Swallows, who joined us about 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah, he writes a few of the Horus Heresy books from Warhammer as well, and I'm not. I know he watches the show because obviously he's a fan, but without bigging him up, we've had him on the show once 2 or 3 years ago, and he's a terribly nice chap. He lives in Kent.
Lovely man.
Without a doubt, his books he's written for Warhammer are the best that I've read. He really is very good.
We need to reach out to him and go for a beer with him, don't we?
Yeah, we'll take him for a kebab.
Yeah.
I think he might be a vegetarian. But
I don't know why you would think that, but either way, we thought he was a wonderful chap and really good company when we had a chance to chat to him.
Yeah.
Very humble as well, for someone who's created a lot of Star Trek lore.
Yeah.
He has a right to be very proud of his work.
Tony has two favourite Borg episodes: Regeneration, yes, which is and Best Borg, which is the episode where they get the futuristic Borg in Voyager.
It's to do with the enhanced drone, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the episode.
I saw it not so long ago. Actually, it might just be called
that's
Drone.
one of my favourites.
Just called Drone.
I think it might be called Drone. I think that's one of my favourite episodes, Borg episodes. I really enjoyed that. Very good episode.
I can't remember. How did he end up being so? Oh, he tapped into the
mobile emitter.
Follow emitter, didn't he? And so he had technology that was 500 years more advanced.
Yeah.
And so he was more advanced than all the Borg in that area. They tried to assimilate him, and he destroyed them essentially.
Stop it! You're hurting me. No, it's a great episode though. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great episode as well. I think. Regeneration. Tony, I'm with you there. I think that's probably my favourite Borg one. I really, again, because I'm a huge fan of the Thing. I think that's why I really enjoyed that one. But, classic Trek. I'm rewatching Enterprise at the. Excuse me. I'm rewatching Enterprise at the moment with my children, and we're doing Series 1 first, and we're just on the episode with Clancy Brown from Highlander and Green Mile and Starship Troopers and SpongeBob SquarePants, I believe. And he's brilliant in this as he is in all things. But definitely, it's difficult when you got like two actors like you've got Archer and Clancy Brown. It's very difficult for them to find chemistry quickly when they're big name actors, and sadly that episode didn't work for me. But it's nice to see that they pull them in because they want to be in Star Trek, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So as we're running towards the end of our hour, let's recap. So Richard, you and I a week from now will be in Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, yep.
For the Portsmouth Film and Comic Con, where we're not official guests.
No, we're there purely as attendees.
But we will be signing autographs.
Yeah. James will be signing breasts yet again.
Oh, where's my Sharpie? Yeah,
hard life.
And because we'll be staying in an hotel, we'll be able to have a greasy fried breakfast with bacon.
What the Comic Con we're going to? I have to admit, I know absolutely nothing about it at all whatsoever. I mean, will there be any Star Trek there? I mean, what's actually going on?
No, they did contact us and ask us to attend with the set, and then when I got back to them, they never replied to me. So that's not happened.
Oh, so are we taking uniforms, or what are we doing?
Well, I've got one hanging up just in case.
Okay. There we are.
Yeah, so if anyone watching is going to the Portsmouth Film and Comic Con, watch out for us there.
That's where we'll be. And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves and each other.
And each other. Don't have nightmares.
Toodle pip.